Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. Another quick look here again at Solana, double checking a couple of things here. Does look like our playout chart has been working and progressing the way that we wanted here. We are seeing this nice little bounce off this level here at about 171. Again, that's a pretty consistent number here for us. We've seen that work as a resistance. Why wouldn't it work as a support? Okay, so hypothetically 171 is the tentative bottom here. And at this point, what we want to look at is a few liquidation levels, just kind of see where we're at and get a recap on the overall sentiment from the macro perspective down to a little bit lower. So we do look at the last 7 days of liquidation. We can see majority of all liquidation levels have been swept. Most of those were shorts at 168. Again, that's the last 7 days. We zoom out to the 1 month. We can recognize a couple of other things here too, but there's still a lot of liquidation as low as 161. While I think that's less of a likelihood at this point, we still need to make sure and understand that's still a possibility eventually. Okay, but again, for the most part, we got more recent shorts at 176 that would be more likely to get swept versus 160, considering how close that target is. Okay, that's kind of the general consensus. So if you're new to the channel, I just ask you hit the like button, comment below, and quick little congrats to our community. I always have to highlight this. DYDX, we took a trade 2 days ago, 32%. Injective trade from last week, 33%. And then CASPA 100% from last month. So it's been a pretty good little scenario there, and we can see Matic here hitting pretty hard with our Chainlink longs with our day trading group there. So again, things are looking pretty solid. Congrats, and thanks again so much for the awesome feedback. Oh, very last thing too, just before we get rolling here, I think it's important for you to recognize Bitunix does have a futures bonus option just for a deposit. It's really simple, no KYC VPN exchange. Use my link to register. You'll be eligible for that automatically. Also note too, if you've used my link previously to register, you're eligible for that too. So take advantage of that. Make sure you do that. That's specifically for our CryptoCache community. Thank you again, Bitunix, for just being an awesome part of our trading experience. If we do take a look at the daily time frame here, let's quickly note a couple of things. First of all, we're still maintaining above the 20-day SMA. That is fantastic. That's 3 days in a row. Once more, that's averaging itself out at the 171 range. Pretty good situation there overall. Pending we don't lose 171, we should be in pretty good shape. Keep in mind, we may lose 171. It's not going to be the end of the world. We'll have to calibrate and look at some bigger picture trend lines and just help understand where we're at. But for the most part, we're trying to converge here on the MACD. Stochastic's still swinging up, and RSI, MFI looking pretty solid. So the daily time frame looks good. What's the 4 hour look like? Well, the 4 hour does tell us here that we're kind of tapering off and losing a little bit of momentum, which is normal. However, money flow index is extremely high, which is very good, implying that we should see a bounce here off 50 on the RSI if the price comes down any further, which would put us at that 171 range. If we do take a look at MACD, we can see we're kind of diverging here, but haven't officially yet, so still a little premature to call out a drop. I think we're still likely to see our this continuation here. Now, we might be pretty early, but there's a good chance we could even see the price continue to work its way up here. Okay, this may just be the very first wave. If we zoom in a little smaller, we could possibly, say that this is a slight pullback. We might see an ABC pattern. Again, you want to be careful drawing out Elliott wave on small time frames. I think at this point here, this makes sense for this to be the first wave, and the second leg down could come as low as, just say, this most recent point of control, 167. So 167 and 171, I would say, is a good little support range for us. We do take a look at the hourly. We can double check this here. The cloud is going to be telling us that we are in pretty solid shape. However, the lagging spans within the price action generally construed as a sign to consider securing profits on a long position and or not opening a long position until we test the cloud here and see how it responds. So the price action is starting to lose momentum, of course. We can see this lower low, lower high. Furthermore, too, this could even be a positive sign depending on how you look at it. But generally speaking, we're in a situation right now where the price action could very well and should very well break to the upside after either retesting 171 or essentially just gaining its momentum, consolidating this in this range. So this is generally a favorable sign. I'm not thinking that we're just going to see the price drop, but just go with the worst case scenario and a hypothetical as if that were to happen. So the price does end up dropping again, 167, that most recent point of control in this current range, seems sensible. We see a lot of volume at that level, and 171 would be the initial. We've already kind of tested that 171 range, 171.50, so that's good. But what we wanted to look at here was just say, again, this is strictly hypothetical, but just say that this is, in fact, already currently an Elliott wave, then we could be due for a slight further correction to the downside, which would make sense. This would be concurrent and synonymous with that 167 and 171 range as a potential support. So I would say expect this to happen first, but don't callously just be jumping into long positions just yet. A lot of this hinges on Bitcoin too, because my anticipation for Bitcoin is that we're almost done sweeping the initial level of liquidation at 72,000. And if that is the case and Bitcoin's pulling back for a double top like it's forming so far, then we will see that $69,000 to $70,000 range retested. And if so, Solana will likely correct to 167 to 171. So my anticipation here is that we're going to see that as a possibility. Is it a probability? It's hard to say just yet. We have to kind of wait and see. I know people will probably roll their eyes when I say wait and see, because literally I say that every single video. But the truth is, good traders are patient traders, and me personally, I consider myself to be a successful trader, considering this is my full-time job. I've been doing it for quite a while. And I can tell you the thing that the aha moment I had was getting rid of high leverage and high position sizing, and basically doing the inverse there. Low leverage, low position, making sure that I just stay safe with my risk tolerance. Okay? There's a reason why we have 85 to 90% success rate in our trades with our community, because we are patient and we take trades at the right time. We also set goals for every single trade that we take. We're not just willy-nilly jumping in and out. That's a different story, don't get me wrong, for day trading. That's another story altogether. But this is not day trading, folks. This is swing trading, and if you're not familiar already, when I do this analysis, I'm gearing these more towards holding these positions for a slightly extended period of time, not just overnight. Even though we do take profits and secure them fairly quickly, a lot of cases, this is my day trading group, of course, this is one thing, but mainly to say, DYDX, nice little pump there. We hit 2 targets there already in less than 48 hours, so that's good. But it's still longer than a day trade, right? That makes any sense. Okay, hope that makes clarification there for you folks. Thanks again so much for watching. Again, take advantage of this exclusive offer from Bitunix. If you are already using my link to register, then you're eligible here. Just make sure you take advantage there. It's free money is free money, right? Help us grow our Twitter, TikTok, Telegram, Discord. I've got YouTube and TikTok Shorts. A lot of fun stuff there. Just keeping you all educated, hopefully keeping you abreast on some important things. Thank you again. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have yourself a great rest of your day.